And welcome to Bayou City Geeks. I'm your host, Bobby Behar. With me, as always, is
Jason Elliott.
And we have with us special guest, Hunter Pence. Oh, my God.
What's up, my man? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for having us here. We're at Coral Sword. We actually have a nice setup here, different from what we usually have, which is my living room and my townhouse with my girlfriend. It's a little different.
Welcome to Coral Sword. I'm glad you like it, man.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man.
It's amazing. This is a beautiful setup. You're welcome.
Pretty cool.
Real quick, let me get into it. What is Coral Sword?
What is Coral Sword? So Coral Sword is, well, where we're at. We have a content studio that we get to do cool podcasts and streams. Or I don't know if you would call this a podcast. It's more of a show. Right?
Okay.
This is a show.
This is a show.
Okay. But hopefully it's a coffee shop. We're going to have beer and wine. We're going to have board games. We're going to have the content studio. And we're going to hopefully be hosting different tournaments of different games, whether it be Injustice or Smash or Mario Kart, or even like board game tournaments and stuff.
Now, where did you get Coral Sword from, like the name?
So I didn't come up with Coral Sword. It was actually by our partner who is Greenway Brew. He has Greenway Coffee. His name's David Buer. And he came up with it. Like, all of his shops are kind of like references to different like Final Fantasies and things. So it's a Final Fantasy reference.
Okay.
The Coral Sword.
Cool, man. That's
Heck
cool.
yeah, it's really awesome.
Yeah, no. Sandy gave us a tour of it. I'm like, oh, this is exciting.
Yeah, and it's like those, like, if you're super into the geek culture, you know what the Coral Sword is.
Final Fantasy is not one of my expertises.
It is not one of mine.
But it's in
either.
several of the other like role playing games.
Gotcha.
It's not just Final Fantasy, but I didn't know of it either.
Right.
I'm super geeky. I play Dungeons and Dragons and everything. So
I played a little bit of D&D when I was in college, and even before that, I remember like in the mid '80s when it was kind of like at its height.
yeah,
Before.
that was the time that I played, and I'm starting to get back into it.
I won't lie, I've never played D&D, but in college I played HeroClix.
I've never even heard of that. What is that?
So it's like it's kind of roll dice play, right?
Yeah, I mean, you had like these hero clicks, and I guess like
Yeah, like Avengers, DC, and they're little heroes, and you could like roll to attack, and then you'd have to, like, if you got hit, you could like click the bottom until you were KO'd or you won.
Whoa, that's really cool.
It was fun. Yeah, I still
like
have
that.
all my stuff.
I like that.
All right, so Hunter, we got you here. Let's jump into, before we get into the geek stuff.
Which we already got into.
Yeah. So the Giants had some big acquisitions this postseason. You got Longoria and you got McCutcheons. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. I mean, these are huge. These are massive deals that they were able to make happen. You know, so some big trades. Evan Longoria, he's just been solid. Great defense, great player. He's like the face of their franchise. And same with McCutcheon with the Pirates. Just you're talking about a 5-time All-Star and MVP, electric speed, electric power. So I don't know how it happened, but I'm super thrilled. And I think there's a lot to be excited about in the Giants nation.
Well, when I think of the Pirates, I think him.
Yeah, he's the face. There's another face. So we
Yeah.
got two faces of their franchises, and they're incredible players, incredible leaders, and it's a big deal.
Well, after y'all got him, there was a meme going around like Pittsburgh had like the worst week. They lost McCutcheon, they lost to the Jags,
They also traded Garrett Cole,
and we got to us,
to the Astros, who just
Astros.
won the World Series. So.
Yes. Okay. So speaking of, you've won twice. You've won the World Series twice. We hadn't experienced that until now. What goes through your mind when you win?
I mean, it's a really, really euphoric feeling and an ultimate bliss, but you really don't realize it. You're like, because you're so locked into the process, and it happens, and it's like, you can't really fathom it until like the off season, and like you're going through the year, and it's like, hey, congratulations. You're like, whoa, that really happened, and it kind of sinks in a little bit further down the line, but. Really, it's just you're super happy for the Astros, super grateful that I was able to be a part of such wonderful teams, and it really is something you never forget, and it just feels great to be able to say that.
Well, when Jason said we were doing this, I was like, oh, shit. Because you're one of my like top 10 favorite Astros of all time.
What?
Yes.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
and a very
that.
stand-up guy. You know, the thing is, I've met a lot of celebrities. I mean, if you go on my Facebook page, I have so many pictures with, celebrities and everything. He's seen them, and, people comment on them, and I always get all the time, who's been the nicest and who's been not so nice. And I always remember when I first met you at the BuzzFest and everything, and seeing you at the gym, just how friendly you are. You got no ego. I mean, and here I am, average Joe number one, and you're treating me like you've known me for years and years. And the thing is, I always put you on that pedestal because like I said, I mean, you're a nice, friendly guy. I mean, we can talk about geek stuff all the time, and it's just it's almost like you're just your regular average guy. Is that how you like to portray yourself, or is it just I mean, I guess is it something that you consciously do? I mean, they kind of go into that.
Well, I'm never really trying to portray myself. I'm just trying to be myself, and ultimately, like, everyone is to me, we're all equal, no matter whether you play baseball or it doesn't matter what you do. We're all like humans, and that connection is like what makes even baseball fun. Like, what good is it to like go and like win a World Series and then be better than anyone else? Like, the fun of winning a World Series is doing it together, doing it with the city, doing it, and then like with your friends, like as you're going out through the community, like and the difference that you can make in people's lives. Like, I just got to experience one of the coolest things I've ever experienced a couple days ago. Actually, Steph Curry came here to Coral Sword, sat in that seat, but I was like, that's wild. I don't know how it happened, but somehow we got invited to dinner with him, and we were talking about the Coral Sword, and we were like, hey, he said he liked Mario Kart, and I was like, well, you want to come play? And he's like, yes, and I did not expect that. But after we got done and we did the stream, and I got home, and I had this feeling, and it was like a blissful, like electric, like my emotions was like that, just had me feel so good. And I was like, man, if there's ever a chance for me to do that, let's say there's some kid that's a baseball player, like Steph doesn't even, just his presence made me feel that good, and made all of us here feel that good. I'm like, that's why you always have to be that way, and it's so important because it impacts people's lives in a different way, and we're all the same anyway. So if you can, my goal is just to benefit others and to bring joy.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is, just saying yes to us, two guys who are who love geek culture, who are trying to get started and get like a presence here, in town, because there's nothing like this. I mean, you got us and you got Coral Swords, who are trying to, the fourth largest city in town, and every type of geek podcast or video or TV show is LA based. There's nothing here in Houston, which has a lot of good.
Yeah, I feel like there's a big community for it here. We just don't have a house yet. And we're trying to build a house and start a house here. There's a couple spots, but our goal is to just be friendly, welcoming, and a house for that.
Yeah, love it. Okay, so going back to Coral Sword real quick, how long has this been a dream for you to have this?
So I would say a long, long time, but we've actually been working on this for a little over 2 years, this specific spot. And it might have even been longer than that, because I just kind of happened to be like, it was crazy how it came about and how I get to be a partner of this. But since I was even in like high school, I always dreamed of having, whether it be like, it was like an arcade at the time, or like a gaming cafe, so to speak. So I dreamt of that since I was very young, and the opportunity just kind of presented itself, where I ended up texting David, who I had met that year from going to his coffee shops all the time, and I was like, I've always wanted a coffee shop. I was like, I wonder if I could put my two dreams together. I was like, I want a coffee shop where you can game. And he was like, well, we're meeting for this space tomorrow. And I was like, called him all fired up. And he's like, you should just stop by. And then I came, and it was here. And now we've built it out, and we're actually doing it. That's kind of the story, yeah.
And I can't wait to see the finished product too. I mean,
we still. I know we're opening soon, but we still got a lot of work to do.
Hey, you know what?
Well, we're close.
Yeah, but you know what? Your dreams, they don't happen, with a snap of the fingers. I mean, it takes, some time.
Yeah, little bit by little bit, progress.
There we go. All right, so we're gonna actually jump into, we're doing what, Injustice 2?
Yes, sir.
On PS4, which I have PS4. I just don't have Injustice 2. But we're gonna switch over to
game mode.
What? There, boom.
Game mode. So what? Y'all have any? You haven't played Injustice 2?
I have
Bobby?
not played Injustice 2 at all.
Jason, you've played a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I played a little bit. I'm by no means a master at it. I mean, when I reviewed it, back in October, back in the summer.
You reviewed it a while.
It was back in the summer when it first came out.
When it first dropped, we were doing E3. We were covering covering E3 with the stuff that was coming out, and you covered Marvel Capcom Infinite, and then Injustice 2, and you liked it.
Yeah, I mean that demo for
it made your top 5 for the year.
Yeah, it did, because the thing is, the story, just like the play control and all, and it's not just your average button masher. It's one that you do have to know the moves. You do have to have a strategy,
right?
And the characters that you do pick. I mean, you have to learn them, and have to get good with them. Much like he was, with Green Arrow.
Oh man! So I used to be good at Injustice 1, and we played like a game or two off camera. The moves are somewhat similar, which makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. You know what? And I'm playing Call of Duty right now, which is not on here, but I'm playing Call of Duty at home, and I had to kind of get used to the controls because they kind of changed them up a bit.
Yeah.
You get like first aid packs, and
it's basically just like when Call of Duty first came out.
Yeah, that's true.
And Medal of Honor too. Which is the competitor from EA, and which Call of Duty just really put out of business.
They really did. I haven't heard of Medal of Honor in a while.
Whoa. Yeah, so first-person shooter isn't really my forte, but I do love fighting games. Smash has been kind of my focus lately. Super Smash Bros.
How
Are you a
is
Smasher?
that? I love Smash.
Yes.
I will.
Play the,
Yes.
I would play the GameCube version. That was one that my friends
Everyone,
and
Melee, yeah.
Yeah.
Melee was so awesome, and I played the first Smash Brothers, and I really liked it. I mean, and then I played the PlayStation All Stars, which was very Smash Brothers esque with all the PlayStation characters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
there was actually one time where we played Smash Brothers Melee in college for not all together, but the game didn't turn off for a full 24 hours.
Dang.
At 4 o'clock in the morning, we've been playing this for a full day.
It's that fun.
Yeah.
It's that fun.
It's
Who
that
are
fun.
your characters, by the way?
Mario and Link.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Mario was always. I cheated with Link.
What do you mean
cheated-
cheated? How do you don't know cheating?
Upbeat, always.
That's not cheating. There's counters.
Thank you.
but
Thank you,
I
Hunter.
used Mario, Dr. Mario, Luigi a little bit.
Okay.
The C button on the GameCube, the Insta Smash
Yeah.
was perfect for
Yeah.
Mario. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It
I mean,
was.
all of them. I mean, I think Fox is rated the most powerful.
Is he really?
Yeah.
because he's really good.
But like people, when you play like pros, like the pro level of Melee is like insane. I feel like they're playing a different game. I don't know how they move that fast or what the hell they're doing.
I had friends who actually did competitions at UT in college.
Yeah.
And they lost one life one time, got angry, and went undefeated and won like $500.
Sick.
Yeah.
Heck yes.
All
Are we
right.
ready to do this?
We're ready.
We're mid battle right now.
Yeah, we're mid battle.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's jump
Apparently.
into this. All right. So we got, let's see, Jason is Robin, and Hunter is Joker.
All right. Get wrecked.
Oh,
Damn. Alrighty.
So I was already kind of ahead. But,
yeah, very much ahead.
Yeah. Good game.
Yeah.
We got to start from the beginning though. That's not your character. You're Batman, right?
Yeah, I mean, Robin is a pretty good character on this game,
Is he?
Yeah, very good. But you just, you got to learn how to use him.
Yeah, I don't know any of the combos, but I remember some of this. Oh wait, I remember some of the specials. So, and I feel like there's like usually combo flowers. I don't know exactly how else to say it, where you can like charge up your specials, but I haven't figured that out yet. You know what I'm talking about?
Then there's one is like you can get like 17 hits in a row. You can just keep juggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically if you keep doing that.
I used to know how to do all that on Injustice 1. I could juggle for a long time, and I loved it.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah.
Was Greg Miller there when you had appeared on there?
Yeah, he was still working at IGN when I appeared there.
Yeah.
Me and him are still buddies. He challenged us to Mario Kart, but he didn't show up. So I was kind of, come at me. All right. Nope. Ah.
So I won't lie. Off camera, I was asking Hunter if he watched Arrow, and he was like, I haven't. I have watched one episode this season.
Yeah, was it good?
It was good, but I don't. Arrow has kind of lost a little bit of its magic for me. Like,
Why?
I don't know. It's like I
You
have.
don't like that, do you?
I have so many shows that I'm watching that when it comes down to it, like I'm gonna watch Supergirl and Legend of Tomorrow over Arrow. I haven't even watched. I watched like 2 episodes of Flash. Speaking, yeah. And,
Uh oh. You might have got. Ooh,
Oh,
no, you didn't get me.
you
Whoa,
lucky.
that was so lucky because I was mid combo.
Oh,
Sorry. Sometimes you get lucky. And sometimes you.
super move. Oh.
oh.
No, you got lucky. We're super moving. Look at this. Juggled for a second.
Oh, nice. You can charge that though. Yeah, I see why you were so good with Green Arrow.
Well, no, I used to actually know combos, but I don't know it anymore. It's like maybe it'll randomly come back to my muscle memory. I know one thing. I know yeah. Nope. I thought I knew one thing.
Hunter, what shows do you watch?
What shows do I watch?
What shows do you
I'm a
watch?
Game of Thrones fan.
Yeah, I see the thing that you have here.
God, I want that final season back so badly, but we have to wait. Freaking.
Well, those are harder to hit in this game than they used to be.
Yeah.
Good game. You want? The final season. Yeah, wait until 2019 is going to be tough. I'm not a big TV show watcher, to be honest. I read a lot.
Yeah.
So some of my, are you much of a? Do you like to read?
I do. I read, but mainly comic
books.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to be selling comic books here too. By the way,
really?
Ming Chen. Do you know?
Oh yeah, no, I know
Comic
Ming.
Book Man.
Yeah.
He's
Met him several times.
He's
Great
the
guy.
one that's going to be running our comic book collection.
Really?
Yes.
Now I was going to ask you, how did that happen? How did you and Ming come together?
David knows him.
Really?
David kind of is the glue to all the team.
Gotcha.
And then Sandy, you saw, is kind of like he's the dungeon master. He can handle this and the coffee
Gotcha.
and the beer. So, yeah.
So, do you go to a lot of comic book conventions at all? Or?
No, but Ming goes to all of them. The only comic book that I've read recently is Saga. Have you read
that's
Saga?
Yes.
Saga's awesome.
Great.
So my girlfriend, who's off camera right now, she got me the first 2 hardbacks of Saga.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for Christmas, and I'm just like reading.
I
it.
love the cover of the second one.
Oh, it's so
The
good.
cover of the second one's legit.
Well, I'm trying to not go through them so quickly. I'm trying to like savor it. Because like Walking Dead, I can just like speed through that. Saga, I'm like actually trying to like take in everything. Such a good book. But what book do you read outside of Saga?
Books?
Yeah, what books do you read?
Hold on.
Sure.
I'm busy.
Yeah, he's busy whooping my ass.
I'm very good at focusing. My books are right now. I'm reading Drive, which was given to me by John Sasso, who is like he's the Channel Fireball. Do y'all play Magic at all? He's a Channel Fireball CEO.
You know what? I used to play Magic back in the early 2000s, and
crap, we're playing again.
I get like, hold on, I gotta kick his ass. All right, and then back to the interview. Okay, and kick his ass.
Oh,
and
boy.
I got a little bit of a juggle.
Yeah. I tell you, dude.
Well, I mean, maybe Mario Kart's your.
No. Boy.
You know, Jason, I thought you were.
Are you the gaming expert?
Well, more of my follow games, but I mean, I do play them. It's just that there's been so many that have come out and I've had to review.
It's really tough to keep up with games.
It is. There's a
Yeah.
lot. There's
It's a lot.
Oh. Got that one hit.
Nice. Oh, it's coming back to me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I've awakened the dragon.
Oh, I did not mean to do that.
But you
With
beat
the
my
little
ass
arrow
anyway.
to the knee.
There you go. What's your theory for Game of Thrones? How do you think it's going to end?
How do I think it's going to end? Honestly, I mean, it looks. I feel like it's finally building up to a positive ending, and I feel like Snow and Khaleesi are gonna.
Yeah.
Snow and Daenerys are gonna end up kind of ruling, and I don't know. I think they're gonna have, or someone's gonna maybe have to sacrifice their life to slay the Dragon King. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or the Lich King, is that his name?
Oh, the White King.
What is it? I haven't watched it in so long. It's been like a couple months since the season finale.
I know.
I'm all into it, and I have all these theories, and now it's like. But I do think that someone that we really love, like Jon Snow, is probably gonna have to sacrifice himself to kill the Lich King.
Right.
Khaleesi is probably gonna end up ruling the world, and there's gonna be some blood.
My theory is that Jon will become partial walker, kind of like his uncle.
Really? Okay.
Get that strength to beat the White King. Will then become ruler of the White Walkers. Khaleesi takes over, so that I don't see a happy ending. I wish I did, but I think that I would love to see them all.
Well, Game of Thrones is known for just crushing your emotions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think Jon becomes the White Walker to ride the Ice Dragon, and I think, and as much as I hate saying this, I think Tyrion dies. I think Cersei kills Tyrion, Jaime kills Cersei to avenge Tyrion, and then he becomes Azor Ahai. Boom.
Okay.
I
mean, it could be.
So, are you like a comic book movie fan too, or
like which movies, like Spider-Man and like the Justice
DC,
League?
Yeah, the DC and Marvel.
I watched some of them. Like I enjoyed Wonder Woman. I haven't seen all of them. I should definitely, seeing as how I like to claim nerd culture and geekism, but I'm selective in my geekism. It's like I'm into Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons and. So normally I'm more into like the Game of Thronesy, like medieval time stuff than the superhero stuff. But I do watch the superhero stuff. I still like it. Right. But I don't love it like I love medieval times and dragons and magic and stuff.
Have you seen Knights of Badassdom?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I've never even heard of this. I don't watch many movies.
That's with Peter Dinklage, right?
Yeah, Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones is in this.
Oh, okay.
And he
Knights of Badassness.
Yeah, or
is it a comedy?
Yeah, it's a horror comedy. And
horror comedy.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of people who LARP and everything, and they accidentally conjure up a succubus. She's like
I know what succubus is.
Yeah, and so they conjure her up, and she goes around killing people. And
you gotta talk into the mic a little bit closer.
Yeah, sorry. And then they, have to go and I guess save the world from this big demon here, and it's pretty funny. I mean, Ryan Quanten from True Blood is in it. I mean, Peter Dinklage is in it. What's her name? Girl from Firefly, Summer.
Summer Glau.
Yeah, Summer Glau. And Jimmy Simpson too, who's very funny on, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And,
I love them. That's such a good show.
Yeah.
So if I was to say, speaking of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the shows that I've watched throughout my life that I do love.
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a time where I was into 24. I watched like the first 3 seasons of 24.
That's kind of like everyone's consensus. Like we watched the beginning of it and then kind of
fell flat.
Well, I mean, there was like.
There's only so many days.
There's only so many times you can save the world, and after a while,
hours.
it's like, if you don't answer me, the president's the world's gonna come. The world's been coming to the end for 7 seasons. I'm all right.
Yeah, it's a concept that can run its course very quickly.
Yeah,
like MacGyver.
Yeah,
which I'm so shocked is on the air. The new one.
Yeah.
Somehow CBS keeps it up. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, just
still
even
watch
the
it.
old one.
It's just like it's just nostalgic.
Yeah, even the old one, kind of ran its course fairly quickly. I mean, it's like there's only so many times you can use a paper clip and notebook paper and everything to make an explosive,
right?
But,
yeah, So I got a quick question. What are your DC movies or your superhero movies that you really like? Did you like Wonder Woman?
I loved Wonder Woman.
I did too.
I thought it did a great job.
Great.
I liked. We discussed Justice League. We liked it.
I don't want any spoilers because I haven't seen it, and Alexis is really mad at me for not watching it. But you liked it. I can only hear.
We liked it. We liked it.
Right,
we liked it. But I think we need to have a follow up after you watch it to discuss the complaints.
Okay.
Awesome. No, but for me, Marvel just has the blueprint.
Yeah, they just
Marvel movies has the blueprint.
What is that blueprint?
You know what?
Establish your characters and make them relatable. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy and even Iron Man. These were B and C list characters.
They're good movies, though.
And they're good movies.
Yeah.
Actually, I was talking to Robert Cargill, who wrote Doctor Strange, and the strategy for Marvel is a Disney strategy. Whenever they had a scene completed, written, Kevin Feige would go, okay, now plus it. Can you add a little bit more emotion? Can you add a little bit more relatability? Can you bring the viewer into that screen just a little bit more?
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Okay,
wow,
so
that's cool.
Yeah, and that's why I think Marvel, because Marvel, when you watched Civil War, you were upset with the Captain America Iron Man relationship falling. With Batman vs Superman, there is no connection, so you don't feel. I mean, you still liked it.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
But you're like, but there's no
Martha.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Martha.
Which, by the way,
Why did you say Martha? I'm about to kill you.
Which, by the way, I never caught that until that movie was the fact that both Martha Kent and Martha Wayne. I never caught that. I don't. It's weird. Okay, so we're gonna jump to Mario Kart now.
You can play now, by the way. This is 3-player.
Let's do this,
Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy. I'm gonna try for the hat trick. I'm gonna do our notes and play Mario Kart, and more than likely get my butt kicked. But you know what?
I can talk more while playing Mario Kart than I can while playing Injustice, I think.
Injustice is one of those games where you just got to be on, be on point.
Hunter, this is yours.
All right.
That's the Hunter controller.
You loaded them and everything, Sandy. God, this is so pro.
Ooh,
I feel like I owe you dinner.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so. All right, so we're on. Let's see who I'm gonna. To A. There we go. There we go. Okay. I will. That's good. I'll be Luigi. I'll be Luigi.
Well, people are going to trip because I'm not Luigi, and I'm almost always Luigi.
I love Mario.
If anyone has watched our stream, they're going to be like, they're going to think that I'm you.
Yeah.
I've been Luigi every single game until this one.
All right, so I'll do that. We'll do those wheels.
If you hit start, you can see the stats on what you're riding to. Are you just like styling right now?
There we go. That's fine. Yeah.
All right, that's good.
I'll be doing
I
it.
love the style.
There we go.
All right.
Like
You
Ric
love the
Flair.
style?
Yeah, like Ric
I'll
Flair,
let y'all.
boy.
There we go.
Which cup do you guys want? By the way, I wear the NWO shirt like every 3 days, and Jason every time is like NWO baby.
Yeah.
Every time.
And we do some wrestling on here, especially when there's like a big event.
Yeah, he'll cover it.
Okay,
Yeah.
you cover some wrestling.
Didn't get to cover the Survivor Series, which I thought was but NXT War Games was very, very badass.
When's the last time you guys have played Mario Kart? By the way,
I've never played on a Wii U.
Yeah,
Oh,
never
you only
played
played the
Wii U.
64.
Oh yeah, 64 and GameCube and Wii. Yes, but not on the Wii U. I love Mario Kart. I actually want to buy a Switch or possibly Wii U just for Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's that fun.
Okay. Yep.
This one's harder actually than the Switch.
Is it really?
That's almost the same game, but this one's harder. Which cup would you like to do?
Let's do random. Let's just.
I can't do random.
No,
You
just
gotta
just
pick one.
just pick one.
Yeah.
We'll do this one.
Okay, there we go. Okay. So we're gonna be doing Mario Kart. Okay, so back to BayouCityGeeks news. Runaways, Future Man, and Gifted have all gotten second season upgrades. If you haven't
good.
watched Runaways, such a good show.
What is Runaways? What's
Runaways? It's a Marvel show based off the Marvel comic from like 2001.
Yeah, I think Joss Whedon wrote. Didn't he write some?
No,
Brian K. Vaughan. That's it.
Brian K. Vaughan wrote it from Why the Last Man. There we go. How to figure out the controls.
Yeah, A is go.
So it's about a bunch of kids who discover that their parents are bad guys.
What? That's actually really a cool concept.
And
what do you do when you find out your parents are bad
exactly?
guys?
What do you do?
What
so
do they do?
They decide to become good guys, and some of them are. I don't think they're Inhumans per se, but they are mutants. Some of them are mutants.
The parents or the kids?
Both actually. There's mutant in the books. It's mutants, aliens, time travelers. In the show, it's just they're kind of just industrialists and aliens. So either way, it's an insanely good show.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got. We got okay. So Chris Hemsworth said that he was kind of done with being Thor after the contracts ran up. But after the fun that he had with Taika Waititi and the Russo brothers, I just like saying Taika Waititi, and the Russo brothers with Avengers 4, he is up for more Thor, which if you haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, that is an insanely good movie.
Yes. One that we recommend here.
It was
Okay.
so good. It was so
I've
good.
heard that the Thors are really good, and I haven't seen any of them.
It's 3, 1, and 2 are the order that you should
Yes.
consider.
Because 3 is the best one. 3 actually is one of my favorite Marvel films.
So you watch 3 first?
Yeah.
You can watch, yeah. There's
I mean, the thing, ranking them in order of quality. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so, and Jason, I have complained about this every time I've mentioned it, but the new Spawn movie, Todd McFarlane has said that Spawn will not talk, which I don't...
You know what? I don't have a problem with that. I mean, did you ever read Spawn, Hunter?
I didn't.
Okay, well,
Like
Spawn...
I said, the only one I've read is Saga.
Okay, I mean, you never read Spawn at all?
Never read Spawn at all.
Okay, well, Spawn is more like a character that's kind of He's like this underworld character, and he's kind of like the boogeyman, kind of like Jaws. You know, comes out every once in a while, and when he comes out, he doesn't really have to say much. He's like like this boogeyman character.
Well, yeah, but Batman doesn't say much either, and Batman still talks. Like, if I saw a Batman movie without him talking, I'm not gonna want to watch Batman.
But the thing is, I mean, with Spawn is different. He doesn't really have to say much. He doesn't really have to. He just appears and he does his business. And
is he a bad guy or a good guy?
He's a good guy. He's a fallen special ops agent who did a lot of killing. And so when he dies, he gets betrayed by his CIA or special ops boss, Jason Wynn. So when he dies,
is this a spoiler for if I watch the show, or is that part of the character?
It's just
part of the character.
Okay. Yeah.
But when he dies, he goes to hell. So he's tasked with becoming like this person who I guess is going to bring about
the apocalypse. Yeah. He's one of the generals of hell.
Dang, this sounds like such a cool story.
It was a great story, but I'm sorry. I want to hear some. I'm sorry, Todd McFarlane.
Hey, you know what? Get Michael Jai White.
That's fine.
That's all I gotta say. I mean, I love the dude. He's so awesome in everything. People tease me because I'm such a fan of his, but hey, in these modern times where we need not too many good action stars. I mean, he's one of the good ones. So.
Yeah, that's true. So
great ones, I should say.
Hunter, if you have not watched it, I would also recommend watching Riverdale, because that's a...
Did you ever read Archie comics when you were a kid?
No, I didn't.
Riverdale is fun.
I didn't read any comics. The only comic I've read is, and that's just because it wasn't really around, and with the people I hung out with.
All right.
I actually didn't read much until I got got out of school and into the major leagues, and I was like, man, I need to start reading, and now I just love it. But I usually read self-help stuff. I should be reading some of these nerd culture, because I did love Saga, and I think I just need a coach. I need a Ming Chen to show me, or you guys.
Me,
to show
dude,
me.
I
will give you a list.
Yeah, both Bobby and I will.
Y'all can hook up the comic.
Oh, God, yes. Are you kidding me? Come on now, man.
Well, get you a nice little list.
I got my work cut out for
there
me.
You go.
It seems.
I mean, you're on Twitter, so
Yeah, for sure.
But nevertheless, so...
By the way, I'm pretty impressed with y'all's finish in that last race. Y'all, for not having played in a while, you got 4th and 7th.
You know what? I've been playing a lot of Mafia 3. And so in there's a lot of driving in that game, too.
There you go. So, anyways, back to Riverdale. We have, let's see, let me get straight. Okay. Mad Men actress Kiernan Shipka has been cast as Sabrina in Netflix's Sabrina, which will be a Riverdale companion. And I don't know how this is going to work, because Riverdale is on CW, son of a biscuit.
Oh wait, now y'all are falling apart though.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh wait, I gotta push play. There we go. Push start. There we go. Come on. As long as I don't finish last, I'm okay. Okay, let me.
Yeah, you're not in last, and you might catch Mario. Oh no. All right.
There we go.
There
we go.
Right at the last second.
There we go.
Look at that.
Let's see here. So anyways, Sabrina is going to be a Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Kind of went dark in the comic books, which was cool. But Riverdale is actually very much teen Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Very dark and very you don't know what's going to happen.
Peaks?
What's that about?
Twin Peaks?
I don't know anything about it.
It's a TV show that came on in the 90s, in the early 90s. And David Lynch, who did, films like Eraserhead, he did, let me see, Blue Velvet, and he and this actor, Kyle MacLachlan. I don't know if you ever watched Dune, Frank Heber's Dune.
TV shows and movies, I'm just out of the
Give
loop, man. I'm a gamer.
Yeah, nice.
Keep asking all these things.
No worries.
No worries though. But
so anyway, so they cast Sabrina, which is always important. Netflix's Daredevil and Iron Fist has brought back Rosario Dawson as
Claire Temple.
Claire Temple, yeah. So that they kind of need to bring her back just because she's the linchpin. Yeah, she's the linchpin for everything. There we go. Let me do a little son of a.
Oh, was that one of you guys that just got hit by that banana shell?
I got hit by Yoshi.
So wait, I want to get back to the Spawn talk, because I feel like we left it before I totally.
Oh, okay.
So what were y'all saying about it? Is there a new one coming out?
Yeah, so they're doing a new Spawn, but the creator, who he's actually the one funding everything, has said that Spawn won't talk in the film at all. The main hero.
He's gonna be like Jaws. So he appears, and there's going to be a cop who's like, trying to investigate and make sense of all, what's happening. And pretty much that's how, like if you really look at the Spawn animated series, the comic, Twitch was the name of the cop, and he and Sam were always, investigating, numerous murders and stuff like that, and it's kind of like Spawn's world, and we just live in it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's kind of like, and it's also like Jaws. I mean, did you see Jaws?
I did see Jaws, I think, when I was real young. We got 2 more races, by the way, in the Cup, Sandy.
Cool.
Yeah, but
all I'm saying is, if you're gonna have a character, get back up there.
You want him to talk, right?
You want him to talk, exactly.
But you don't know what his idea is, and it might be actually super epic that he doesn't talk.
Yeah. It could be, and you know what? I will give it the benefit of the doubt.
I actually think that like makes me really intrigued. Like, how are you going to make this awesome without having him talk? Like, I don't know. Like, cause I just want to see. Because sometimes we've seen a lot of stuff. How often do you see a movie where the main thing isn't talking?
It's very true. Yeah, no, that's true.
This is an awesome concept. I like new. I like fresh. I mean,
Sting. Sting, whose shirt I proudly wear right now. I mean, he didn't talk.
Hell yeah.
That is true. That is true. That is true. Let's see here. Let me do some curves. What else we got?
How you guys rolling, by the way? 10th and 9th? Okay.
Yeah. Not doing too well. So we have...
You're covering the show. You got it.
Exactly. We've got news that Jeff Johns is stepping down as the DC Cinematic Universe director. He's stepping down. And the Conjuring executive producer, or the guy behind all those, is stepping up. And his name is Walter Hamada. So it was amazing. The Conjuring has done really well, apparently. And you know what? Jeff Johns apparently wasn't up to snuff, so hey.
Well, you know what? I really don't like that. I mean, Jeff Johns, come on, dude. He's like the Kevin Feige. He knows these characters.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? I mean, what's going to be his role now?
I have no idea. Go back to creative director on the comics, and Hunter just whooped up both of our asses.
Yeah, I think this is pretty official. This one's a wrap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we saw.
We're gonna finish it. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, but
so let's see. What else we got? We got Animaniacs is coming back for 2 more seasons on Hulu. Yes.
Is there a new Animaniacs?
Yep. Yeah. There's gonna be 2 new seasons of Animaniacs.
But so no new Animaniacs has come out yet, though.
Not yet.
Okay.
I think it's next. I think
it's funny because about 8 months ago, I was like, man, I wish they would redo like an Animaniacs. They redo everything, and I loved Animaniacs.
That's
great. Fired up.
I actually met Rob Paulson, who did the voice of Yakko, and he's such a stand-up guy. I mean, I was kind of stalking him a little bit. And Rob, if we ever talk again, I mean, I'm sorry for stalking you, but hey, I had the opportunity to meet him. And I'd been listening to his voice for so long. I mean, it was just
he's
a legend,
and he's Michelangelo.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, he was Raphael.
Oh, he's Raphael. That's
and
right.
He's Donatello on the new.
That's right. That's right. So we're getting new Animaniacs, which is awesome. We're speaking of reboots, we're getting a new Office for some reason.
Yeah.
A new Office.
A new Office. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you because it's not going to have Michael Scott or Jim or Pam.
It's probably just going to be,
it's not going to have Jim, Pam, or Michael Scott?
Exactly.
Nope.
But I feel like the concept is pretty awesome.
It is.
The concept is great.
But you had certain characters that made the show.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, but you could create another Office with new characters. I mean, there's always something new that...
Yeah, you'll have...
You got to be open to it.
Exactly. So, I mean, I'm not digging... I mean, I'm not dissing it just yet. I'll give it a shot because I loved the new Will and Grace that came back. I thought they did a great job with that. So, good for them. What else we got? Shane Black, if you are familiar with Iron Man 3 or Predator or the new Predators movie coming out or Kiss Kiss Bang Bang or anything witty like that, he is reviving the 1960s spy TV series, The Avengers. Not to be confused with Marvel. Who the hell did that? Not to be confused with Marvel's Avengers. So The Avengers is what brought us Mission Impossible and Man from U.N.C.L.E. So Shane Black is doing it. I trust Shane Black. There are certain people where if I see their name
attached to something,
yeah,
you know it's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
That's right. I agree with that. You know what I think? This is just my random theory. But
by means.
Who is it that did the music for like Harry Potter and Star Wars?
John Williams.
John Williams.
I feel like his music is so epic that it makes whatever you're watching just unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
I feel
Very
like he's
much,
just
very much
he's
so.
the Yoda of the movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He
He's
is.
doing a theme for the new Solo that's coming.
Yes,
out.
he is. Right,
You
take
know,
it
it's the Han Solo prequel movie, and I hear that movie is not going to be,
as bad.
Yeah, as bad as people, are making it out to be. Because they had some turmoil where directors got fired, and these are the directors from the Lego movie.
Yeah.
And these guys, apparently, their vision didn't jive. Yeah, I know. Stop bragging. But
No.
You're in second though, dang.
some
until you ran
clown. Hit me.
What?
Oh man,
Oh, some clown hit
Not
me.
bad, not bad.
What?
Y'all stepped it up a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So
But yeah, I mean, they had the guys from the Lego movies were fired because their vision for Solo didn't jive with what Kathleen Kennedy, who's now overseeing this whole Lucasfilm, wanted. And so they replaced her with Ron Howard. Did A Beautiful Mind. He was Opie on Happy Days.
Ron Howard.
Yeah, and so it just to me, I just kind of felt that they should have kept him because they were going to provide something different for Solo. Because I think it was like more comedic in tone.
Yeah, it was too comedic for what they wanted.
Yeah.
So, let's see, real quick. Liam Neeson wants to come back as Qui-Gon Jinn, which would be awesome.
Speaking of which, his acting teacher is coming here, I believe, next week to give a 2-day intensive course.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Patrick Wilson wants to reprise his role as Owlman on HBO's Watchmen. If you watch Rick and Morty, don't wait up for it. It's not coming back till like 2019. So, do you watch Rick and Morty? Watch it.
Well, you got time to catch up now.
You got time to, yeah.
Got time to catch up.
Let's see here. Gambit will begin filming on March 19th. The Flash has another set of directors, so let's see what happens there because The Flash has
John
gone through.
Francis Daly? Or?
Yep, the same guys as Spider-Man. David
And-
Goyer says that Green Lantern Corps is still in the works.
Good.
Um,
I'm still holding out hope to play Jon Stewart.
There you go, man. John Stewart and Kyle Rayner up here. Marvel is moving forward with Black Widow. We have pics of Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock. As Venom, reports that Riz Ahmed will be Carnage, and Michelle Williams will be Eddie's ex-wife. Tom Holland's Peter Parker will be in the movie, but not Spider-Man, because Sony Marvel rights. And it's going to be based off Lethal Protectors and Planet of the Symbiotes.
This is great.
Yeah, Drew Goddard's X-Force is still moving forward after the deal, the Disney Fox deal. Captain Marvel will be in Avengers 4. And if you didn't watch it, Hunter, don't bother. The Inhumans have been canceled. The show was not that.
I appreciate all these
good.
tips.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I'm not even sure where to begin.
There you go. And then finally, in comic book news. Oh, no, not comic book news. Star Trek news. Tarantino's Star Trek has a writer. It is.
Yes. Yeah. Now,
That sounds awesome.
it may have a
That sounds
writer.
awesome.
It may have a writer, but let's see if this project comes to fruition.
Well,
Tarantino.
They've got producers.
Okay.
I mean, J.J. Abrams is on.
It could fail. It could
It
fall
could.
through at
It
any
could.
moment. But
I'm
but
just.
the fact that it's getting some traction, is good enough. Because he's talking about the Vega brothers. He's talking about having Kill Bill with the original little girl who witnessed
That's
her mother
true.
getting killed.
That is true.
And a lot of his stuff does not come to fruition.
It does kind of fall apart. But Patrick Stewart and Jonathan Frakes have both said that they would come back. So it could be a next generation movie.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I just want to see Tarantino's Godzilla.
That'd be what?
Yeah, he's talked about a Godzilla movie where basically Godzilla is looked upon as a god by the people of Tokyo.
Well, I mean, isn't he? I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Godzilla.
but it's kind of like Akira. Like how they worship Akira. How people are selling trinkets in New Tokyo.
Can I make a confession here? I've
What's
never watched Akira.
That's okay. I've been confessing a lot of things I haven't watched. Say,
Okay.
secret's safe with me.
Yeah, but
Okay, good. All right, Hunter. Anything you want to bring up? You good?
I mean, no. I think this was awesome. Thanks for having me on the show.
Wow, thanks for having us.
hey,
here.
Love
Thank
the
you.
knowledge and honestly, I think the biggest thing I'm kind of stoked about is figuring out about Spawn. I want to look this up, read some Spawn. What would be your one comic to recommend? Since I've only read Saga.
okay.
Ooh.
Well, since you like Spawn, since you are intrigued about Spawn, I would say pick up the first 100 issues. They have them. They should have trade paperbacks. The first 100 issues and then stop there.
Okay, so go
Because-
with Spawn.
Yeah.
Spawn. Since we've been talking about it. Let me see. There's Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern Corps, which he knows that I talk about.
I just
every
wanted
week.
one because if I get too many more than one, then I gotta
Okay,
stick
Spawn.
with
Then just go Spawn.
Spawn.
Then.
Yeah,
Spawn
just
is
go
with
Spawn.
Spawn.
Spawn's a move.
There
Yeah.
we go.
And here's the thing: there's a comic book store not too far from the gym.
There's a comic book store right here.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
Do they have Spawn?
We're probably gonna. I don't know. I can probably get it.
I'm pretty sure you can get Spawn.
I
I'm
can
pretty
get
sure
it.
you and
Yeah.
Ming can get Spawn here.
Ming's gonna hook up all the good stuff.
There we go.
Great.
There we go.
Make sure tell him to get you some Spawn then.
There we
All
go.
right.
And then
Yeah,
there's
gotta
also
get-
the HBO series, which is 3 volumes.
Don't overload Hunter though. Let's like get baby steps.
Spawn
That's true.
and the HBO series. All right, I got it.
There you go.
We're
There
good.
you go. Okay.
And you guys need to get Mario Kart.
I do. There we go. There we go. I will sell some stuff to get week.
right.
Apparently I need to play because I sucked.
Yeah, I need to practice, brush up on Injustice too, because Hunter just whooped my ass.
Yes, he did. As usual, Hunter, you just demolished.
Y'all are watching movies. I'm playing games.
Yeah,
There we go. There we go. There we go. And with that, we're done for this week. As always, I'm your co-host Bobby Behar. With me is
Jason Elliott.
and thank you to Hunter Pence for an
Thank you,
amazing,
man.
amazing episode.
Awesome. Thanks for. Yeah, this is awesome. This is cool.
I loved it. And with that, we will see you in the funny papers.
Later, guys.